Why do people drink alcohol not to get drunk? Some of it is fucking delicious. I'm not sure what beers or wines you have experienced thus far in your life so far, but I can assure you, there are some that pair very well with a nice, fancy meal, especially the more expensive stuff, which is IMO better suited for a more moderate alcohol intake. Like the I don't always drink beer, but when I do guy. Also, while it's generally considered poor form to get trashed on your lunch break before heading back to work, having one beer or glass of wine while out with some coworkers is sometimes acceptable, depending on the workplace. Do you think that the only purpose of drinking alcohol is to get shit-faced? Lol. There are some that are very tasty, so you do those. Or a cordial at the end of a dinner sort of numbsettles the stomach. But I can't drink anymore because I became addicted. But it wasn't to get drunk. It was self-medication. Not to be the cliché, but I am a chef and at the end of the night you can be a little wired, so a few drinks can take that down. Also, I'm a huge introvert, and I have to work with a lot of people. So anxiety can be high, so a few drinks is self-medicating to lower my anxiety after work. I don't like being drunk, I don't like not being tip-top mentally. And if I feel my balance off, I would stop, but over the years, it sneaks up on you. And you realize that you really don't get through a day without a drink. It's creating health issues, etc. But it was never about getting drunk. It was other issues that one has to realize they need to cope with in other ways. Yes, I enjoy the taste, and 1 or 2 drinks over the course of 1-2 hours with food does absolutely nothing to my BAC or sensations. Because it tastes good. Yeah, I like drinking, but I would hate to get drunk for several reasons. 1. Now that I'm 36, the risks involved in getting trashed are huge. I have a family to look after. 2. Having a hangover at my age is equivalent to recovering from minor surgery. 3. I don't enjoy apologizing to people for things I've said and done while shit-faced. One way to avoid this: when you're drunk as hell, I assure you, you look like a loser after 26 and you most likely are one. If you drink to get drunk, you're doing it wrong, or at least irresponsibly. Sometimes the buzz of a single beer glass of wine after a long day is enough to take the edge off. I'm in my mid-30s. I enjoy a glass of wine with my meal sometimes. Yes, I enjoy the taste. It doesn't make me feel weird. I can still safely drive. I don't feel hungover in the morning. It's great. To feel the relaxation set in. You have it backwards, you drink to feel buzzed, not get drunk. Once you're wasted, all the potential fun has expired and you're not an able-bodied individual. Do you genuinely enjoy the taste? Yes. I don't drink much. For instance, maybe a drink or 2 every 3 months. But, at this point honestly more than 2 drinks seems like overkill to me. I used to drink a lot when I worked in restaurants, and don't have any idea how in the world I drank as much as I did and still made it to work the next day lol. I'm thankful for the low tolerance I have now. I can respond better to the people I'm around and I can remember more of my life. Plus, I experience a lot more of the world than I did when I drank. A beer with slight bitterness cuts through the flavors of some meals in a better way than something sweet like cola or whatever. It's part of a whole world of pairing tastes. They can be very refreshing. You're 23 and what you write implies you drink to get drunk. When you drink a beer or wine to enjoy, you don't get the cheap stuff, you get the good stuff. All cheap beer tastes like piss. Good beer? There are a variety of flavors and styles of beer out there, but the good stuff isn't cheap. With bad wine, you want to drink it fairly quickly. The good stuff? If you don't slowly sip it, you don't get the full flavor. I love the taste of beer. I could care less about the alcohol. I do not like being drunk or even tipsy. If there were good non-alcoholic beers, I would drink them. You'll understand when you are older. Who do people eat food when not hungry? A paired wine can enhance the flavor of food and vice versa. So can beer-esque craft beers. Some alcohol tastes nice. For example, wine, cider, cocktails, or the many tasty liqueurs. E.g., Baileys, Kahlua, etc. Fortified wine tastes good too, and you can get a nice buzz without getting drunk.